What's up, folks? David Soto Jr. here, and this is the David Soto Jr. podcast. What's up, folks? Welcome to the David Soto Jr. podcast. I am your host, David Soto Jr., and it is a warm and sunny day here in Boulder, Colorado, and it is going to get hot in here. I got the windows up. There are so many people out. Like, it's Friday, right? It ain't Saturday, it ain't a weekend. Like, I don't have a job for a reason, and that's how I can enjoy Monday through Friday without all these other fuckers out being out and about and doing shit. But, so anyways, people are out at the park right now, and this place is never this crowded. I guess it's the weather. What I want to talk about today is, what do I want to title it? I hadn't even thought about this. I just want to get this recording out of the way, so I just jumped into it. Today's podcast is about the power of doing what you love. We'll call it that. The power of doing what you love. And I've kind of, if you have followed, I've been doing YouTube episodes for a couple of years now, and not many people follow me on there. So I have talked about this. I call it the importance of doing what you love. I had a video and a blog episode or blog post that I wrote about. But that's before the podcast, so this is not going to be the same. It's the same topic, but it's definitely going to be a little bit different. The first thing I want to talk about is that last Tuesday in the evening, I was walking around and whistling like a damn fool, right? Whistling, happy, probably smiling, which benefits me because if I don't have this mean look on my face, I seem more approachable, and I don't like to be approached by more people and not scared. I don't want people to be scared of me. So I was feeling good, and so what I ended up doing was, or what I think the reason why I felt so good was I had finished salsa class. Like, as it was week 4 of salsa class. It's once a week on Tuesdays, and I just felt good, and it's because I got to finally dance salsa, even though it was a class that I could probably teach. It was still good to warm up, go through the basics, and then by dancing with other with new dancers, I got to learn to I got practice at being a better lead, which is important when it comes to salsa dancing or partner dancing. You have to be a good lead, and that's always been something that I kind of was not good at. I could see somebody that I'm dancing with and they're messing up. I'm like, oh my god, and I'll roll my eyes or whatever, right? And then I'll see that person dance with somebody else and they're doing fantastic, and I'm like, oh shoot, it's not the person, it was me. I was doing it. So anyways, so it was good to take this fundamentals class. I still haven't gone out socially to dance, but I could have went last night, but I don't know. I chickened out. Plus, I'm a cheap ass, and it costs like $7 to go to this place. But who knows? So what I realized with finally going to salsa class or being able to dance, putting it off for years, just like I did last night. I didn't do it last night, but I've been doing that very thing. The same thing I did Thursdays in Boulders, I did on Thursdays in St. Louis. Right? I thought about going to salsa class, or salsa dancing to the club, or in this case, it's not a club, but it's a social. It's a dance social at a ballroom, I guess. But for years, I thought about going. I should go. The music will be playing, and I'll be like, dun, 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 dun. But nothing. I love it, and I if I hear the music, I can't help but dance in my seat. But I never brought myself to go dancing. And going to class was kind of like a happy medium. It was kind of like a someplace in between, where it was like me warming up to going out dancing. So what I realized is that I love to salsa dance, and I was just now. I'm I'm distracted. I'm sorry. I love the salsa dance, and here I am. I'm implementing it. I'm doing it, and it affected my life, even if it was for like the rest of the evening, even if it was just those few hours in the evening. It had a positive impact on me, and I know this, but I don't practice it. But that's what doing. What's going on here? That's what doing what you love does for you, right? It benefits your life. It improves your life. And the thing is that everybody's like, oh, you gotta do what you love, and you gotta quit your job and do what you love. And I even heard that so much that I did that, and I encourage other people to do it. But that's not the case. That doesn't necessarily have to be. What if you love eating pizza? Don't quit your job to be a professional pizza eater. Just eat pizza, you know. And what I realized that even if it's just an hour or a week or an hour a day, doing things that you love benefits your entire life. Now, so imagine if I get done with salsa class and I feel great and I feel good and I'm whistling and I'm smiling. Imagine if I had a wife or a family or children to go home to, what I would be like when I came home. Imagine if I went to work, what I would be like when I went to work. I'd be in a super great, good mood. And it's all because I just got to do something that I love. Now, you can do anything that you love. It doesn't have to be your job. It doesn't have to say, oh, I'm not in a good spot right now to do this. No, you can just do it. You can just do it. And not to get off track, but a lot of it has to do with creativity. And I think that's something that we all have. I used to not think that, like, oh, I'm not an artist. I can't do this. I can't do that. I always just thought that. And I fucking am. That's the ridiculous thing. I am. And maybe I can't draw. Maybe I can't paint. But I'm a writer. I'm a storyteller. And I'm a pretty dang good photographer. That's something I need to do. That's something I need to do more of. Something I love to do and I don't do. I used to do it. I used to do a lot. I used to take a lot of pictures. Huh. So anyways, well, that's it. That's the thing. I got to make a list. And I haven't really made a list in a long time of things that I love. I used to have a cheat sheet. I used to have this thing to get people to sign up for my emails, and I created a cheat sheet, and it had to list things that you love. Though I never really. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked here, but that's something that I had done before. Huh. But yeah, so what I want to do is write a list of the things I love, and I want to do more of those things. Granted, I really love fishing, and I get to do that a lot. But the thing that I think is that fly fishing is new to me. It's like a new love. I've always wanted to, and always loved to dance salsa, merengue, bachata, not so much. It's kind of too hip moving. There's too much hip moving in there. I like it. I'll do it, but I want to dance better. I want to dance cumbia better. Like I just want to. I don't know. And long, long time ago, I was married, and for my it was 20 something years ago. I was a young man, and I got a gift certificate to dance lessons for my first anniversary. We never did go, by the way, but that's how long I've been wanting to dance, to do salsa dancing. And I started taking classes around 2010, 2009, 2010, and it was fun and I loved it. But I did get my feelings hurt one of the first nights that I went out dancing, and this woman was like, "Come on, man, you gotta do a little bit more than this." I was like, "It's my first night, bitch. Like, how am I supposed to know how to do all those fancy combos? She wasn't very nice, and that's the attitude that I come across a lot of people. Uh, I find a lot of people have, especially the women in salsa dancing. That's why I avoid clubs, salsa dancing, nightclubs, and stuff like that. It's just a weird attitude, and also there's a weird clique, salsa dancing clique. So I've noticed different countries I go to, different cities, there's this salsa, you know, clique, and it's kind of weird, kind of soap opera, kind of drama. Uh, Different people, people seeing each other, dating or whatever, sleeping within that group, and it's kind of weird. But my point is that I've loved it for a long time, and I put it off for a long time, and that kind of was not fun. It kind of sucked, and that's what leads me to believe um, that's where the sad people in the world come from. I think that the sad and unhappy people of this world are results of two things. One of them I've talked about before. One of those things is not letting go. Right, I wrote a blog post about it. I don't know if I talked about it on the not letting go of the pain. First of all, you've heard me talk about how we all are suffering from something. The difference between somebody who's happy and somebody who's not is the people who like let it go. They deal with it. They don't like I don't hold on to it, or they don't spend their entire life wishing it was gone. They just or wishing it didn't happen. They just accept it and they deal with it. The rest of the people who can't get over the death in their family or the loss of a loved one due to a breakup or some type of maybe physical or sexual abuse or whatever. The people who don't let that go, I think those are the ones who those are that's the contributing factor to a lot of the unhappy and sad people in the world. The other, and back to the subject of what we're talking about, is all those people who don't do what they love. All those people who spend their entire life pursuing other things like money. Um, I'll tell you that I got into real estate not too long ago because I saw dollar signs. I'm like, this is going to make me a shit ton of money. I'm personable. I can be. I can turn it on. I'm talkative. I'm charming. I'm a good salesperson. I'm going to get into real estate and I'm going to make a killing. Do I love real estate? No. I kind of like it, but right now I want to start over and I want to specialize and I don't like real estate that much. I don't love it. It's not my passion, right? So what ended up happening was I was miserable. I was miserable. I was unhappy. I didn't like it. I didn't have fun. And as a result of that, I was terrible. I was a terrible real estate agent. I didn't make very much money at all. Uh, and so I quit shit like that. Like it doesn't take long. I will bounce, right? And essentially that's what I did. I'm not going to get into a result of me basically quitting what happened there, maybe another time. But some people don't, right? Here I am, single guy, no kids at the time, living in a shitty apartment in St. Louis, Missouri, preparing for fan life. Like I didn't need a lot of money, and I had other incomes. I had other streams of income, and so I wasn't worried about the commissions I was making, losing those commissions I was making. Um, but not everybody's that lucky, right? Some people got kids. Some people got a wife and kids and a mortgage and a car payment. Some people have, rent and child support. Like it's not. Some people, are by themselves, just kids, trying to make ends meet. Some people don't know any better. Their entire life, or they think that, at least they think that their entire life should revolve around making money. And so that's what they dedicate their life to, is making money. And they think it's silly. I don't need to be creative. I could put this aside and And they do it for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, right? And then they retire and they're miserable people and they're sad and they're unhappy, and then they have children, and their children, they set the example for these people, for their children. They're sad and unhappy and they're spending their entire life trying to make money, and that's the example they set for their children. Whereas then there's the people who have a wood shop out back, right? So yeah, they have their commitments they can do. They have to go to work and it sucks, blah blah blah. But they get home and they go out to their wood shop and they do their woodworking, or they do their knife making, or they do whatever. I'm running out of examples here. I don't have very many. Um, Gardening, bridge club, bowling night, whatever. People enjoy these things. They do it. It makes them happy, and therefore they're better. They're better to get along with. They're better examples to their children. They're better spouses. They're better co-workers. All that shit. Now, very few of us can do what we love and make a living off of it. It's bullshit that that's what everybody should do. And that's what I've heard so much, and I believe in. Like, everybody should do what they love and make it and for a living. And it's just not impossible. Like, example, what if you love pizza? Just eating pizza. I love eating pizza. Maybe you can be a pizza critic. I don't know. But it doesn't necessarily have to be. Like, we want to believe that. We've been told that. So many resources. But it's not true. You don't need to do what you love as a career. You can maybe pursue that. Maybe go for it. Maybe try it. The buzzword right now is side hustle, right? Doing what you love for your side hustle could be cool, but here's the thing. It doesn't even have to be your side hustle. I like to dance salsa. That don't make me any money. That's not my side hustle. It's just something that I love doing. I enjoy. It makes me happy. And I want to do more of those things. I want to do more salsa dancing. I want to do more things that I enjoy. And I think I hate the phrase "I deserve this." Right? I don't think anybody should ever say that. For some reason, that bothers me. Entitlement is what that sounds like. I deserved it. I don't think you deserve shit. Right? Typically, when somebody says, I deserve this, I think they're feeling entitled, and that, in fact, they probably don't. People who say, I deserve this, don't deserve shit. It's the people who don't say that deserve shit, all right? But what I'm trying to get at is, I think that as human beings, we all deserve this. We all deserve the right or the ability to do what we love. An hour a week, 2 hours a week, an hour a day, whatever it is. We as humans deserve that. And, what was I going? And here's the thing. There's nothing stopping us. There's nothing stopping any of us from doing the things that we love to do. Except ourselves. I posted a picture on Instagram and I talked about this very thing about the salsa dancing, and somebody's response was, I wish I could learn to salsa dance. And I was like, that's my whole fucking point of this post, is that there is no wish. There's no need for wishing. Do it. And that's the only thing stopping you from doing what you love is you. You're stopping yourself. Oh, I wish I could do that. I've always wanted to do that. Someday I'll do that. What the fuck is stopping you? You're what's stopping you. There's nothing. There's no person blocking your way from entering fucking Michael's to get some arts and crafts. That's you, and it's all up here, right? I don't know. you could say there's money issues, blah, blah, blah. That's all excuse. I mean, maybe if your passion is yachting, okay, well, then we got some issues because yachts aren't cheap. But you can find a way to get started somehow, even if it's taking pictures of other people's. There's some kids doing some, trying to make a film over here. Crazy ass people. Anyways, folks, I hope I covered what I intended on covering. Do what you love. Not for a living. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying do what you love to better your life, to lead by example. Real quick, if you think everything is about work, making money, and sacrifice for the betterment of your children, yet you are leading by example, right? Is that what you want to teach your children? That everything is work hard, hustle. Granted, that's how you make money, is through hard work. There's no doubt about it. But sacrificing your own personal happiness to make money, is that the example you want to set? Definitely not the example I want to set. Definitely. Anyways, folks, you can find me online at David E. Soto Jr. At David E. Soto Jr. I'm being confused. This is the hardest part of my day, or my podcast, is remembering my handle. At David E. Soto Jr. on Twitter and Instagram. At David E. Soto Jr. on Twitter and Instagram. Also, my website, davidsotowrites.com. I got a new book coming. The book cover was just finalized, and I got some more rewriting and proofreading to do, etc., etc. But if you go to davidsotowrites.com, you can see all the examples, all the links to my books. You just go to, or you can go to Amazon, David Soto, look me up. You'll see all my other books there. But that's it. That's it, folks. I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you very much.